Hi guys, and welcome to the 7th weekend preview. I'm Totally Speedway's Daniel Powell, and what an action-packed weekend that we have ahead of us. Firstly, just going to be sharing it on my social media channels. Just bear with me. We've got a big weekend of racing. We've got it across both Saturday and Sunday. There's going to be a lot of racing on, so it's really cool to see, and it's really warming up. We've got heaps of great fields throughout across both sides of the country, so just bear with me, just sharing it now. Thanks, Brett Watson, for tuning in. Good luck on Saturday night at Brisbane's Archibald's Better. Andrew Priola, hopefully you can go one better on Saturday night at Perth Motorplex. You've done really well in a career best drive in the sprint cars, so you're doing really well, and thanks for tuning in. Just sharing it on my social media channel, but please like, comment, share. Joel Coolby, thanks Joel for tuning in. Just going to share it now. So I really need an intern. Also, to let everyone know, Totally Speedway is hiring in the new year, so we're looking for a social media marketing person. So that's going to be available in the new year. We've got that advertisement. We're going to be putting that up early in next week. Sorry, just making sure it's all shared. So thanks, Steve Hardy. Thanks, Kylie Duggan, for tuning in. You're one of our regulars. Okay, all done. Okay, and Joel, it's going to be double header. We're just previewing Mildura's Timmis Speedway. They've got a big night of action on tomorrow night and Sunday night as well. So can people confirm too? The Sunday night, the public holiday in Victoria is only for the Melbourne Cup on Tuesday. So all you Victorians can let me know. Even though I've got a staff member that is from Victoria, but I know that she's having Tuesday off. But yeah, I wasn't sure what's happening there with that because there's a lot of racing double headers, and Iora Raceway down the Gippsland in Victoria they've got a double header. So yep, we've got that. So I'll get stuck into it. So what we've got, Mildura's, we've got Murray Bridge Speedway this Saturday night for round 2 of the Ultimate Sprint Car Championship, and that's going to be for South Australia. They've got 29 cars nominated. Last round 1 winner was Ryan Jones, who upset the more established drivers and came away with the win. He defeated Robbie Farr and Luke Dillon on that occasion. So 29 cars, we've got a lot of New South Wales based, a number of New South Wales cars have made the journey down to South Australia, and they're going to go up to Mildura on the Sunday night, so plenty of racing to be had. And also on Saturday night, it's the first meeting for Stephen Lyons and the Halls Motorsport team for the 2017-18 season. Steve Lyons, has been a number of changes throughout the off-season. There was rumours going around that the team was folding and all that, but that's nonsense. I've spoken to the team owner, Brian Hall, and so we've got that. They've got a new crew chief in Dave Sharman. Dave Sharman made headlines in Totally Speedo, having that photo of him and Jason Doyle, the new Speedo Grand Prix World Champion, who we're going to have on as a guest as part of the Conversations program next week. So, Dave Sharman and Steve Lyons, it's going to be interesting to see how those two go, and hopefully they can gel and get away to a strong start of the season. So no doubt Lyons is going to be right up there as one of the favourites. He'll go in there, and then so we've got from New South Wales, so we've got Jackson Delamont, Jesse Addard and Kim Becker. We've got both of the Dumsneys, so the Dumsney kids in Matt Dumsney and Marcus Dumsney. So they're travelling around. They're going to obviously hit back Timmis Speedway on Sunday night. Robbie Farr, he's amongst the nominations. Obviously, Robbie Farr's been very unlucky not to clinch his first win for this season. He's been very close. He had a lap car back in round 1 of UFC Queensland at Toowoomba's High-Tech Oils Speedway, and he was wiped out by a lap car, had to spin to avoid, and that put him to the rear and cost him any chance of a victory. Come back to, I think, round 12th or something like that. So, and then as recent as last Saturday night, he was 4 laps away for the win in round 3 of the Ultimate Sprint Car Championship at Sydney's Valvoline Raceway, and he ended up running out of fuel 4 laps from home, and that gifted the win to James Thompson. So, yeah, Robbie Farr, he'll be looking for his first win for this season, and yeah, he's been pretty strong down at Murray Bridge Speedway. He ran second in round 1 behind Ryan Jones, so hopefully he can go one position better. So amongst the nominations also, Ryan Jones, of course, shoestring budget, family operation. It's great to see that they can go up there and stick it to the more established teams, because Ryan is a multiple Australian 360 sprint car champion, and also proven his worth in regards to actually running in a 410 competition as well. So he'll be looking to go back to back. There's no reason why he can't do that. We've got Luke Dillon, of course. He ran third in round 1. He'll be amongst the nominations. Matt Eagle, of course, he finished just off the podium in round 1, running for the Downing Brothers SA number 97 cool car. He ran 4th, so he'll be looking to go one better. Also, Brad Keller, who's obviously teamed up doing World Series this year. He ran 5th in round 1. Daniel Pescart, it's good to see him back, as Joel Cooley's just commented there. So Luke Dillon, of course, but in terms of picking a winner, I reckon Steve Lyons is gonna start his season on a winning note with the Halls Motorsport team and new crew chief Dave Sharman. So I think there's no reason why Lyonsy can't go away and run away with it. So so that sums up everything. Apart from the USC sprint cars, it's the Ultimate Pink Night. So that's obviously working with raising awareness for women and breast cancer. So it's a big night. Ladies are in free, so that's going to hopefully attract a big crowd, raise good money for a good charity. So so hopefully that can take. Also on the racing side of things, apart from 410 sprint cars, you're going to have Formula 500s, late models, and V6 sprints. So for those people that don't know what V6 sprints are, they're the equivalent of lightning sprints and leader sprint cars. So very similar. The Wings, obviously, they run V6 engines. So they're only based in South Australia. So so we've got that. So that sums up everything from Murray Bridge Speedway. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Tony Blanche, thanks for tuning in. Declan Brownsley, Grant Edwards, Mitchell Brown, Kirsten Knox, thanks, Kirsten, for tuning in. Brett Williams, one of my photographers. So love your work, Brett. And it's great to see you get out and support the country tracks and really get on the road. It's great to see the drivers, and hopefully they're supporting you with the photos, because you're doing a great job. So then we move to Warrnambool's Premier Speedway. So that's round 3 of the Eureka Garages and Sheds series. That's going to be run, and there's 49 sprint cars running there for that. First round 1, Jamie Veal at Geelong's Avalon Raceway. He ended up coming away with a win on that occasion. And second was Rusty Hickman, who's been a model of consistency so far this season, and Brett Milbourne, a former Eureka Garage and Sheds Series champion. He was third. Round 2, a fortnight earlier, that was a fortnight ago, that was at Heartland Race at Moama on the New South Wales Victorian border. And it was David Murcott who came away with the win there, running for the Victory Lane race gear, Matt and Renee Easton owned car. Second was Matt Dumsney from New South Wales. Obviously, he's not going to be down there because he's going to be running at Murray Bridge on Saturday night. And third was Rusty Hickman, who came from position 15 after winning the Bean Lane to bring it home in the final podium spot. So Jamie Veal was leading out early, so he'll be looking to make amends, obviously, on home soil. It's the first time 410 sprint cars are going to be running a Premier Speedway for this season. Naturally, it's exciting. 49 cars proves how popular it is. Also amongst the nominations is Monty Motorsports' James McFadden, who obviously lives down in Warrnambool now. He's not going to be running the Monty Motorsport car. He's going to be doing that later in the season, but he's going to be running for his good friend Jack Lee, so the Victoria number 25 car. So there's no reason. That's very strong equipment. The Lee family certainly aren't backwards when it comes to their equipment, so there's no reason why James can't get on the pace and be up there and challenging for the win. So, yeah, so it'd be good to see James back. Obviously, the opportunity to get some laps winnable early on, and Jack Lee's presented that. So hopefully it will help the general Jack Lee too, because having a driver of James's calibre in there might be a help with the car sort of thing, especially with Jack getting on the road now with World Series. This might be a perfect opportunity. So also we've got Tim Hutchins from Tasmania. He's going to be amongst there. He's had a really consistent start to the season. You're going to have Corey McCulloch's making his first appearance for the season. He's also got a really cool looking car, black and fluoro green. That looks really good. Yeah, we're doing that. Tim Van Ginnigan's be there. He's making his first appearance since winning the NT title, where he drove past James McFadden and ended up winning the NT Championship at Darwin's Northline Speedway in the Northern Territory. So he's going to be making his first appearance. He's also got a great tribute to Aaron Gillen. So, yeah, he recently passed away, so it's raising awareness of that and support for the family. So it's great to see. So, yeah, get those fluoro green laces out there and throw some support behind the Gillen family. So, mad Speedway fans that love their Speedway. And, yeah, so it's sad, but it's good that the Speedway family can get behind the Gillen family and Aaron's passing. So I've got there also Darren Molyneux. He's making his first appearance for the season. He's running the family-owned Victoria number 52 car. He's obviously taking that on the road with World Series. Recently, he was also announced to fill the car for the WA number 41 car. So that's been vacated by Cameron Gessner. So unfortunately, Cameron's out for a ride, and Darren Molyneux's going to be running that car on a regular basis around his own schedule. So, yes, there's plenty of races. Also amongst the nominations, you've got Sean Dobson. He'll be making his third appearance among the Victoria number 3 David Dixon Motorsport car. So that'd be good. Sean's been really consistent this season in both the Dixon car and his own. He had a bit of bad luck on Saturday night where he was fighting for the lead on the opening lap with Sam Walsh, and there was contact down the back straight, and that saw him crash out in spectacular fashion. So hopefully Sean is proven very strong around Warrnambool, so he'll be there. Tim Rankin, of course, another guy that's really fast but is yet to clinch a big win in recent years. He's a former Victorian champion, and last season won the Eureka Garages and Shed Series round. I think it was at Hamilton's Western Speedway. So he'll be amongst there. He's fast. He's a former World Series quick timer there. So speed for Tim is never in question there, but hopefully he can turn that around and get a big result. Brett Milburn, of course, Chad Eli, the newly crowned South Australian 360 champion. He's opted against running on home soil in his own deal. He's going to be running for the Stark family in the Victoria number 72 car. So they're based just near Mount Gambier, not far. So he'll be making an appearance. He podiumed, I think it was in one of the rounds. I think it was a Eureka Series round. So he's showing good pace, and hopefully Chad can have a run. Grant Edison, he come back from a challenging American debut just recently at the Gold Cup. I think it's the Gold Cup. Trophy Cup, in California. So a big 360 race. Had a challenging run, really flew the flag high, never gave up. But he'll be making his second appearance for this season, and who could forget back in September 30th, it seems so long ago, it's just over a month ago, when Grant was able to come from position 21, something ridiculous like that, and come through and take the win at Sydney's Valvoline Raceway in the opening round of the Ultimate Sprint Car Championship. So he'll be there. Jai O'Keefe, of course, he's getting more laps. Rusty Hickman, he's had 2 podiums in the opening 2 rounds of the Eureka Garages and Sheds series. So he'll be there. Glenn Sutherland, he hasn't had the strongest start to the season, but Glenn Beaton, being a local and knows the fast way in terms of setting a car up there. So there'll be no doubt that Glenn will be on the pace there. Ben Atkinson, of course, he comes down. Who could forget the Grand Annual Classic where he won the preliminary feature race? I think that was about 10 years ago now. But I thought it was the year that it was rained out the Sunday night. So he certainly knows the fast way around Premier Speedway. And as I mentioned, Tasmanian Tim Hutchins, he's had a great start to the season, so there'll be no doubt. But in terms of picking a winner, I reckon, like as I said with Lindsay, he'll be quick. I reckon J-Mac in the Jack Lee car. I reckon he'll do it. Sean Dobson will be up there. Grant Anderson, of course, is always strong around Premier Speedways. So in terms of that. Then we've got the Perth Motorplex over in Western Australia. They had their opening rounds last weekend. So the Powerpalooza, that's where they incorporated Speedway, drag racing and burnouts. They're running round 2 of the AHG series. Round 1 on Saturday night was won by Sean Dobson. He was able to, no one really rated him. Sean Bradford, not Sean Dobson. Slip of the tongue there. No one really rated Sean Bradford much of a chance heading into the round, but he's going to be running a limited schedule this year due to budget. But he came out and, smoked them and done really well and, came away with the win. Second was Andrew Priolo, who'll be looking for another podium spot. Jamie Mialo, a multiple AHG Series champion, he completed the podium in third. So those guys will once again be up in the running. Guys that didn't feature on the podium, the likes of Jason Kendrick and defending AHG Series champion Brad Mialo, Jamie's younger brother. They'll be amongst their hunting to get their season back on track. So there's only 14 nominations, struggling a bit at the moment, but hopefully they can turn that around. But it's a bit of a period. But they're doing some great things over there promotion-wise, so hopefully that's going to build numbers and exposure up for the drivers and get more sponsorship dollars so they can continue to race over there because it's pretty tight and tough over there. So then we've got, apart from the AHG Series Round 2, are you going to have the speed cars and Tom Payet, like what he did on Saturday night in a mystery electrical drama that put him out the running. He's a kid and he's running for the Lee Redmond car, the WA number 52 car. He puts it out in front. He's leading comfortably. I think it's 13 laps that he was leading. Guys like Michael Pickens and Dane Kingshot, variously, like Pickens is one of the best in the world. Dane Kingshot's one of the best in the country. And this guy on debut out in front leading. So Tom Payet was unlucky, but he'll be back tomorrow night, hopefully, to make amends. Don't think Michael Pickens will be running, but you'll have Dane Kingshot, of course, and all the usual suspects over there in the speed cars. Then we've got late models going to be running wingless sprints, 360 sprint cars. It's going to be round 3 of their 360 power series. They're going to be running that. The first 2 rounds, Caden Manders won round 1 at Ellenbrook Speedo. Round 2 was won by Ben Butcher at Profara Speedo, which doubled up as the Bonds Badford Memorial. In terms of, with the 410s, I reckon Jason Kendrick will come back after missing out on a podium. He'll come back and take the win. In terms of the 360 set, I reckon Jamie Alfield. I'll throw it down there. He's one of the most versatile speedo racing. He was a conversations guest a couple of weeks ago, and I reckon Jamie Alfield will win the round. He certainly knows his way around the Perth Motorplex. It's one of the tracks he's got a lot of experience around in late models, speed cars, sprint cars, you name it. He's pretty much driven everything you can imagine around there. So I reckon Jamie Alford will get the win in the Rod Howe WA number 54 cars. So, with that, also what I mentioned, supporting at Premier Speedway was the junior sedans. So that's the Yeoman Williams Memorial. So that's going to be on as well. So then we've got High Tech Oil Speedway. Sorry, just moving all these notes around. These are all my notes. It takes ages for me to put together. I don't have a teleprompter, so I really appreciate what people are doing on TV. They've got this thing where it just rails, but I'll try and find one. But I need to make more money so I can do it. So I can do that. So in terms of Toowoomba's High Tech Oil Speedway, in Queensland, they're going to be running Benny Bishop. I was chatting to you last night as part of our Conversations program, which is supported by LA Racing Lubricants. So they've got their sportsman's event. It's going to be sponsored by Ian Botcher Race Parts, which is great. This is a low-key meeting. It's all about the competitors and getting a lot of track time. And it's great to see Ian Botcher Race Parts, who are known for their super sedans and late models, but they're really giving back to the sport. And they've everything that you need in terms of Speedway. Ian Botcher Race Parts can help you. And it's great to see them getting behind all these other events, and other events, and supporting that they're just not straight into super sedans or late models and all that, or sprint cars for that matter as well. So yeah, they're really trying to promote sport, and it's great that hopefully the sport can support them in return. So what we've got on the Sportsman night, so you've got modified sedans, they've got a strong field. You've got mod lights, you've got legend cars, you've got junior sedans, stock cars, micro sprints, surface paradise sedans. So it's just a low-key meeting, it's all about getting laps and all that sort of stuff. There's no prize money or anything like that. It's just all about getting some track time at one of the Queensland's premier tracks. So they'll be running that. And then further down, just a bit down across the Queensland border into New South Wales, in northern New South Wales, we've got the lovely Lismore Speedway. Hopefully the weather's kind there. Lismore does battle with the elements when it comes to the weather. They've got the V8 dirt modifieds for the Lord Mayor's Cup. So that's one of the annual ones. David Lander and his team, Tony Powell, the track creator, have been working really hard to get everything ready. They've got a media day, so they do a whole lot, and the Lismore media really gets behind it with the TV and the radio and the newspaper as well. So it's great to see David Lander, promoting with that. So there's 30 V8 dirt modifieds going to be there as part of the Lord Mayor's Cup. So far this season, the season opener for the V8 dirt modified, Andrew Firth from Grafton, and he's the major sponsor for Grafton. So he ended up coming home with a win. So Hesson's Auto Parts are the major sponsor for Grafton Speedway, and Andrew Firth managed to come away with a win there. Last Saturday night, Brisbane's Archfield Speedway had their first hit out for the V8 dirt modifieds, and it was Andrew Pizzuti, the former multiple Australian champion. He'll be looking to start his season off on the right foot. Of course, you're going to have a number of other heavy hitters there. So Mike Robinson will be back, a few of the other ones. So it's really good to see a strong field. And in terms of picking a winner, it's going to be tough, but Pizzuti goes in as one of the favourites. So, and on the support class, I've just got down here, RSA Street Stockers, National Force Sedans, RSA Junior Sedans, Production Sedans, Amca Nationals. Good luck, Tony Blanche. Hopefully you're running on Saturday night. And the wingless sprints, of course, they're going to be running as well. So, so thanks, everyone. Just saying to Lewis Gamble. Thanks, Ash DeGroot, Denise Fitzgerald, Adam Day, Ben Swanson, Steve May, Michael Stewart. Good luck, Michael. We'll be talking about you in a minute. So, thanks for tuning in. So we've got Mildura's Timber Speedway. In terms of, they've got a massive weekend. So, it's just a great facility, Mildura's Timber Speedway. So it's a lovely area. It's a lot of hotels and cafes and down by the water. It's really awesome. They've got a 2-night header. So tomorrow night we've got the opening round of the All-Star Series for the 360 Sprint Cars. That's run with that. And Tony Blanchard just said we'll be running, Brisbane. Yep, I've got them on my list too, so I'm talking about it, and Amca's will be running at both. So, so we've got that. But I'm talking about Archerfield in a minute, Tony, but thanks for letting me know. Good luck. Hopefully you can go get that win, mate. Get the first win for the season. So, and then we've got, so they've got round one of the 360 All-Star Series. The defending series champion is Paul Solomon. So he ended up winning that last year for the first time. Brent Farrer, who ran second to Solomon in the point standings, he won it the season before. He's looking to wrestle that back. I read a media release earlier in the week in regards to that. So, we've got that. And amongst there, Tony Mule, Mark Caruso, front runners, Brendan Guerin, who ran second in last weekend, or 2 weekends ago, I think it was the SA 360 title at Broken Hill just over into the New South Wales. So Brendan Guerin will be up there. Corey Lincoln, of course, he returns. Dan Scott, he's a guy that will be making his sprint car debut. So he's out of V8 dirt modifieds before that, Amca National. So Dan Scott will be making his 360 sprint car debut. We've got Daniel Evans, the former South Australian title holder for 360s. He'll be up there. David Murcott, he's running on the night, so it's going to be interesting to see how he'll go. No doubt he'll be a front runner in the Matt and Renee Eastern Victoria number 88 Victory Lane race gear cars. So we've got that. So that's on the Saturday night, so the 360 sprint. Then on Sunday night, of course, the Cole Beasley Classic for 410 sprint cars. Also on the night will be modified sedans supporting as well. They've got 39 cars. This is the second year running. Last season, it was won by James McFadden driving for the Monty Motorsport team. Second was Ian Loudon, who was driving for the Essendon Ford David Dixon owned team, and third was Robbie Farr. So both McFadden and Loudon, McFadden's obviously not racing. Ian Loudon doesn't have a ride at the moment. So Robbie Farr, who ran third in last season's event, he's amongst the 39 car field, and he'll be looking to go one better. So he's running obviously at Murray Bridge spread out the night before, so he'll be doing that. Also amongst the nominations, you've got Jamie Veal, he's running on Saturday night at Premier Speedway. David Murcott, of course, both of the Dumsneys, Matt and Marcus Dumsney. Matt Eagle, Luke Dillon, Sean Dobson, Stephen Lyons, Ryan Jones, Rusty Hickman. So we've got that, and yeah, so this is the second running of the event. In terms of picking a winner, it's tough. There's a lot of good drivers out there, but I reckon, yeah, if all things equal, I reckon, I don't know, in terms of picking a winner, I reckon I'll go Jamie Veal. So we've got that. So we've got some banter here between the Northern New South Wales Amateur National Races, Lewis Gamble and Tony Blanche. So yeah, so there's plenty of racing to go around. So yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. So it's a big racing, a lot of sprint car racing that's going on. Also, we've got Sydney's Valvoline Raceway. They're going to be running on Saturday night. And Michael Stewart, who I was talking about earlier, who's tuned in, he's going for 4 wins in a row. So he's had 2 wins so far at Valvoline Raceway. He's had the opening round of the Speed Car Super Series, which is run at Gunnedah Speedway in northern New South Wales. So the Speed Cars will be there. Their headline, that's their 3rd round of their club championship. So Michael Stewart's going for a hat trick. Hopefully I don't jinx him. But good luck, Michael. Well, there's certainly going to be plenty of drivers out there trying to hunt you down. So there's a lot of experience, a good field of nominations. So hopefully that can turn it all around. And yeah, hopefully you can continue that winning ways. So you certainly had a great start to the season. You deserve all the success you present. Great looking team and all that. So also amongst amongst the field, we've got late models. So due to their getting their feature race cut the other week, a fortnight earlier, due to the Adam Hurrigan 410 sprint car crash, they've got a double. So they're going to have 2 30-lap feature races on Saturday night. So the late models will get plenty of running. Plenty to run there for. Legend cars are back. They've got a 40-car field as usual. Also amongst the nominations, Hayden Pascoe. So he's been given permission to drive now. So he's amongst the nominations. You're going to have the likes of Dan Morris. So you've got Kyle Angel. He'll be there. He's up there. So those guys are going to be really fast. You've got Liam Heaton, who started the season. He won the opening round. So plenty of drivers there amongst the field, but Hayden Pascoe, welcome back, mate. And yeah, you've done really well over in America. So yeah, hopefully you can come out there and start the season off on the right foot here. So I think last season at Parramatta, I think you come like 3 or 4 wins, I think that was. So also, apart from legend cars, late models and speed cars, we've got the Formula 500s. That makes one of their first appearance for the season, one of a few, only a handful of shows that are going to be run for the Formula 500s, but they always put on a good show, and hopefully they'll be strong enough. Fender Benders too, they'll have their first appearance for the season at Valvoline Raceway. So, and there's also going to be the Chris Chaffee Cup. So yeah, with that, so we've got with that event. So that's something that Crashy's photos. He's donated a trophy, so that's awesome to see. So yeah. With that. Then we've got at Arunga Park Speedway in Alice Springs in the Northern Territory. They're holding the Junior Sedan Northern Territory title on Saturday night. It's a huge field, 25 cars, really strong field. Artie Jonick from Queensland, he's the defending NT champion. He's got 13 wins last season. Feature race wins last season. He's already got 4 this season, so he's making the track to defend his crown. Also amongst the nominations is Todd Atkins, the former Australian champion, so he'll be there. I've got Ricky Cornwell. I think he finished 5th in last season's Australian title. With there, Dylan Parks from Western Australia, he was last season's runner-up to Artie Jonick. In terms of the locals, it's going to be hard to go past the 2 Darwin cars, and Lance Carew and Zach Grimshaw. Those 2 guys are regular front runners up at Darwin's North Line Speeder, and also a huge contingent of local cars too from Alice Springs. So good luck to everyone. Hopefully it's a successful running of the event, and you guys put on a show. So it's great to see the junior sedans to have a good field for an NT title. The kids of the future, and junior sedans are certainly an avenue for people to get their taste in Speedo. Without junior sedans, we certainly wouldn't have the likes of a lot of drivers. Jamie Veal, he got his shot there, and the list goes on and on and on in regards to junior sedans and the path that they played in the play and are playing in regards to the future of Australian Speedway. So we've got there just checking with that. So Brisbane's Archerfield Speedway, they'll be running. So it's round 3 of the Polar Ice Series for the speed cars. And the first round winner was Darren Vine. The second round winner was Scotty Farmer. Those 2 naturally be at the front, but you're going to have guys like Mick Harders, Troy Ware, Scott Wilson, all looking to knock them off and get into the win. Late models are also going to be on the program. Darren Kane, the former Australian late model champion, he's amongst there. Also AMCA Nationals, so they're running. So AMCA National running at Lismore, and AMCA Nationals are running in Brisbane as well. So about 3 hours apart, I think they are, but there's strong fields in both areas, so they can support it. Lightning Sprints, of course, Ford versus Holden versus Sigmas, and then you got vintage cars. So just a low-key meetings in Brisbane and Queensland in general. So we've got a few different shows there. Also, Carrick Speedway down in Tasmania, they've got their 50th anniversary meeting. So well done to do 50 years in Speedway. And anything for a track to survive that long with, plenty of, as you can say, the whole former tracks, but for them to last 50 years is amazing. That's awesome, and hopefully they have a great night. 14 sprint cars are going to be on the program, super sedans, Formula 500s, modified sedans, street stocks, and junior sedans. So good luck to everyone there down in Tassie. Tassie's got amazing support for the Speedway. There's 3 tracks in Tasmania for such a small place. It's awesome to see, and hopefully the meeting's a success. Then other tracks that we've got here. So other meetings, so we've got Mareeba Speedway in North Queensland. They've got supers, they've got street stocks, Formula 500s, National 4s, Speedo carts, and modified sedans on the program. We've got Mother Mountains of the City of Gympie title, so that's a massive meeting they've got, and those guys are doing some kick butt things with their social media promotion, so they're doing a lot of things and really outside the square, and it's great to see. So they've got the City of Gympie title, so that's going to be a huge event for Gympie's Mother Mountain Speedo. Rockhampton Speedo, so they've got round 2 of the Queensland Series for super sedans. They're going to be running junior sedans, street stocks, and modified sedans. They're going to be on the program, so that covers all the Queensland tracks. There's a lot of Queensland in Victoria, so we've got a double header. So tomorrow night and Sunday night, so they've got at Nyora Speedway, so that's in the Gippsland region of Victoria. Wingless sprints for the Nyora National, so that's a 2-night mini sprint, standard saloons, VSC ladies standard saloons, and VSC juniors and SSA junior sedans as well. So there's plenty of racing on there. Southern 500 speed at Portland, so that's right down the bottom of Victoria. They've got their vintage day, so that's going to be run there. In South Australia, so Renmark's Speedway, that's in South Australia. That's Riverland Speedway, and they've got round 2 of the MJS series for street stocks, junior sedans, and modified sedans. I'll be on the program there, so hopefully they have a good run. In Western Australia, Margaret River Speedo, they're holding a meeting. They've got limited sprint cars and supports. You've got Narrogin Speedo, they kick off the Summer Slam series for super sedans, as well as many other support classes. Also, one final thing that we've got for today. So we've got the dirt track at Charlotte in North Carolina in the US for the World Finals for the World of Outlaws. Johnny Shots has earlier today, not too long ago, clinched his ninth World of Outlaws title. So there was qualifying today for the World Finals, so it's over 3 nights. And Johnny Shots taking part in hot laps. He got enough points and he clinched the World of Outlaws title for the 9th time. He heads into this weekend with a total of 19 wins. He's going for 20. So we've got that. So Johnny Shots wins the championship. Brad Sweet was second. David Gravel third. Fourth was Darren Pittman, and fifth was Shane Stewart. So I'm looking at the points that pretty much stay very similar to that. So we've got there with that. Aussies that are going to be completing, so it's going to be over 3 nights. So they've already done tonight, or today was night 1. Then they'll run Friday night, which will be tomorrow morning lunchtime, and then Sunday morning will be the Saturday night. It's the final night. So also on the program, you're going to have late models and big block modifieds for their final series finals for their points for the World of Outlaws late model title, and big block modifieds for the Super Dirt series. Australian Peter Britton will be running in the V8 Dirt modified, or in the big block modifieds, what they call them over there, the equivalent of V8 Dirt modifieds we've got here. So good luck, Peter Britton. In terms of the 14 sprint cars, you're going to have Kerry Madsen and Ian Madsen. Kerry Madsen last weekend, the World of Outlaws round was cancelled, the double header. Then the week before that, Kerry Madsen ended up coming over the win. So hopefully Kerry can put in a strong showing. Same with Ian. He's done really well in the past there at the dirt track at Charlotte. So that's in North Carolina. So yeah, so that completes everything. I want to throw the paperwork where I go, wee! So I've got that. So that's all my paperwork. Oh shit, I need that. But in terms of, thanks guys for tuning in once again. Good luck for everyone. It's a massive season of racing or a massive season that we've got ahead, but a massive weekend. Good luck with everyone. Hopefully everyone travels safe, has great fun out on the track, especially those drivers that are driving between racetracks. There's a fair distance, so hopefully everyone drives safe because there's some double headers on the weekend. A lot of the sprint car teams will be doing a lot of miles on the road this weekend, a number of interstate guys that are traveling. So yeah, but good luck with everyone. Good luck for everyone. And yeah, I'll see you on. I'll probably do, not sure if I'm going to do Sunday or I'll probably do Monday because we've got all the double headers. So I'll come back on Monday. I'll probably do it Monday morning. Don't know. I'll just see how I go in terms of that. But thanks once again for everyone for tuning in. I'll either do it Sunday morning or Monday. I'll just confirm that in terms of how the schedule, because obviously there's a number of meetings that's going to be on Sunday as well. So thanks guys, stay safe. Thanks once again for tuning in. The support's much appreciated, and yeah, stay safe and good luck. See ya.